I'm back. We got a request today, and a special shout out goes to the girl named Truly Haja. I don't know how to say her name. I'm dyslexic. Give me a break. But bitch, here's a shout out. Apparently, this girl needs to know some advice for high school, and a lot of other of you guys need to know because it turns out not everybody's in college like me. You know, I have a lot of younger viewers too. So I'm gonna spill the tea on some high school advice. Though I haven't been there in a couple years, I still know it was traumatic for me, and I don't want that for you. So here's some of my tips that I wish I knew when I was going to high school. But if you guys are grown and you're in college, you can check out my video that I made about college advice. It'll be linked up here or up here and down in the description box below, so you should check that out. Please, I worked hard on it. I work hard on all my videos, so you should just binge all my videos. But if not, it's okay. I understand. I'm boring, so if you're going to high school, that's going to be like the most life-altering thing that's happening to you so far. You guys are like 13, 14-year-olds, so it's going to be traumatic. Understand that. This is going to be the most dramatic thing happening in your life so far. You guys are a little baby. You guys haven't experienced nothing yet. And that is until you reach college level. And boy, college ain't no joke. And since now you guys, you've just reached the teenage years, I want to say don't waste high school, because high school is like your last brink of opportunity to be bad. What I mean by that is, like, think about it. You're a teenager now, and by the time you're out of high school, you're gonna be 17, 18, and that's when shit really hits the fan. Shit that you would do now and get in trouble for wouldn't be as bad as if you got in trouble when you're 18. Like, does that make sense to you? Be bad. Don't be a pussy. Don't waste high school on being a wimp, or dare I say, a pussy. But all niggas are pussies because you are what you eat, so. But these are to my females out here. These are the last years of your life in which you are considered a child, in which law enforcement isn't going to be up your ass that much, in which anything you do now won't stay on your record. You know what I'm saying? Once you step out of high school, adulthood is going to hit you in the face and not apologize for it. And then you're going to have to deal with it because you're of age and you can't do child-ass shit anymore. So take advantage of your last opportunity to do so. All I'm saying, like, I don't condone violence. I don't condone drug use. I don't condone any of that. I don't want you to break the law or anything. But think about it. It's so much easier to get away with stuff now than it would be when you hit 18. Am I wrong? So enjoy your childhood because it's ending fast. Another tip I want to tell you guys is to be cool with your teachers. Be cool with them. Don't you want that grade to pass? Like, the easiest way to pass, in my opinion, is to be cool with your teachers, because they could offer you extra credit opportunities even though it's not allowed. They could throw you a bone here and there. Like, if a teacher respects you and you respect them and they see that you're really trying to do good in their class, they're gonna let you do good in their class. But by you being disrespectful to them and giving them sass, like, that's your easy ticket to failure. We don't want you to be sexting them or whatever. Like, you don't gotta flirt with your teachers, but you gotta show that you're engaged and all that bullshit. Another thing I want to say is don't limit yourself to one, like, group of people. Like, if you want to hang with the popular kids, fine, do that, but also hang out with the theater geeks, because you're gonna learn a lot in high school and build connections in which that you could take with you to college. Now, bitch, I had no friends in high school, so now when I got to college, I was set at a disadvantage. You know, it's hard to explain, but you need the connection. And high school is also an important part of your life where you get to learn more about yourself and what you're into, because in middle school you're not exposed to that many different people or backgrounds, especially if you're in a Catholic middle school. Like, I used to go to middle school and we only had 20 kids for the whole years of being from kindergarten to 8th grade. I was stuck with the same 20 kids. So when I got to high school, I didn't know anything socially. I never had a boyfriend. I never knew what the word blowjob meant. I thought that was an insult. I didn't know people actually did that. I didn't know anything. I didn't know about drugs. I didn't know shit. So high school, you're gonna learn a lot about things that you probably never knew before. Like, just don't be one of those that, oh, I'm a football player, so I'm gonna hang out with football players. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, you're gonna be exposed to so many people. Might as well take advantage to getting to know everybody. You definitely want to join a sport or like a club, specifically your freshman year, because it's easier that way. Everyone's new and you're not going to be the only new kid there. If you want to join a club later, that's fine, but it's going to be a little bit harder because typically when you want to join a sport, for example, they automatically take returning players. Like, that's automatic. And if you're a new player, you really have to be like A1 to make the team. But when you're a freshman, there's always a freshman team, so it's easier to make it that way. And then once you're on the team, the next year you're like guaranteed a spot. But if you're not, then it sucks. So I really recommend as a freshman, join a team or a club. Try something new. 9 times out of 10 you're gonna make it anyways because you're a freshman, and freshmen get like easy ass privileges. They can do whatever they want. When I was a freshman, I joined the tennis team because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and I did play tennis when I was a little kid, but I stopped and I was like, you know what, let me get back to my roots and join the high school tennis team. And it turns out I sucked ass because I haven't touched a tennis racket in years, and they still took me anyways. And then I played 3 years after that because I was a returning player. Even though I sucked, they couldn't just say no to me because, you know, I just made an impression. I was cool with my coach and she just couldn't say goodbye to little Lex. And by doing this, you're exposing yourself and you're meeting new people, and it all works out. High school drama isn't worth it. I could tell you right now, I was in a lot of drama, and I still get flashbacks to this day. It was just so bad. Like, oh my god, I was so petty. Oh my god, if someone could expose me, like show the receipts of like my messages to people. I was so petty, guys, and I really regret that. Like, I was proud of being petty. I was proud of subbing people on Twitter, ruining people's day by being nasty to them. And look where I'm at now. Like, I have no friends, and like, you don't want to be me. So, like, don't be that girl. Like, I'm Miss Petty Queen, nobody can tell me nothing. Oh my god, da 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 da, talk back, always have to have the last word in every argument. Ugh, oh my god. I was disgusting. So, I want to say is don't be like that. Don't fight. I never got to a fight, but like I wanted to, and I would be like, yeah, I'm about to beat this bitch up, blah blah blah. Like, am I gonna beat anybody up? Look at me. I'm too pretty for that. But yeah, like, don't be that hoe. Like, I hated bitches like that, and I was one of them. Ugh, God. So yeah, I had my fair share of drama in high school. High school shit doesn't matter. But the people that you're around in high school, like, you're gonna see them again. So it's better off that you don't have bad blood with them, especially if they live in your town. Like, you're gonna see them again. So don't leave on a bad note, you know? Just be cool with everybody. Don't be me. Following that statement, niggas ain't shit. High school is the time where you experiment with boys. Typically, like, I don't know, y'all ghetto ass middle schools, y'all be fucking and shit. But high school is when, you know, all that stuff happens, all that freaky shit happens. Like, that's when you get exposed to more the stuff you see in the movies. And I want to say niggas ain't shit, period. They're never gonna be shit, but in high school they're definitely not shit. Again, that I came from a small school, 20 kids only. I never had experience with boys at all. I never talked to people outside of like in other schools near me. I didn't know boys existed. So when I got to high school, I didn't go buck wild, but you know what I'm saying. I never fucked nobody, but you know. My sophomore year of high school was definitely my whole year. Like, they would take me to the mall. Like, every other weekend I'd be at the mall with some new nigga, and then get mad when they left me, and then I'd go and sub them, and the new bitch I'd go sub her too. And then it was just, you know, a cycle that kept repeating itself until junior year came and I settled down a bit. I wasn't fucking with everybody's nigga. Like, I don't know, I just had the juice. Like, sophomore year I had the sauce, the juice. I was dripped down. I was everything and then some. I was at parties. I was bagging bitches, niggas at parties and shit. I was that bitch. Look at me. I just want to keep reiterating the fact. Look at me now. That shit got me nowhere. Like, it was fun for a while, but look at me now. None of those niggas fuck with me. I have no friends. I have no nigga. Like, look at me. This shit's not worth it. Oh my god, I'm getting a little heated. High school was like so bad for me. I learned so much and ended up with nothing. But yeah, I was that bitch. I'm like talking too much. Yeah, these niggas ain't shit. Like, do you see me with any of them now? No. Everybody has a little whole phase when they have a sauce, when they just glow up out of nowhere, and niggas are like, whoa, who that shawty at? Like, who that? And then you'd be like, yep, that's me, and end up talking to 3 niggas at the same time, and then get caught up and then all the drama, whatever. It's not worth it. Also, I want to talk about grades and shit, even though my grades were trash because I was too busy talking to your nigga. Like, but if you're a senior or like a junior in high school, make sure your grades are good, but don't kill yourself over it. You're gonna get into college. Look at me. I'm in college. I'm in a university, and my grades were trash. I mean, I never failed a class or anything. My lowest grade was a C, but I was no A student. I was a good B-, a steady B-. And especially with your SATs and ACT scores, like, don't even trip. Like, don't trip. When I got my SAT scores, I didn't know you can get that low and still be accepted to a university. My grades were trash. They were so bad. When I sent it to my friends in the group chat, like, we were all dying. Like, am I really that dumb? I know I was dumb, but am I that dumb? Do I come off as dumb? If I tell people my grades, like, they get really shook, and I'm like, what? I'm dumb. Start working on your college application. Not your college application, like, what's that word? You know that thing where you could talk about what you've done? Like, see, I'm dumb. I can't even speak. Okay, so in college, when you apply for colleges, you have to send them your SAT, ACT scores, whatever. But you also have to send them like a list of things that you've done, like volunteer work, sports, anything like that, anything you've been involved with your community or your school. And bitch, my thingy was outstanding. I'm that bitch. I was involved with so many activities and volunteer work and organizations that you couldn't say no. Your grades count as a big part of it, but who you are as a person also is a big factor in whether you're gonna go to university or not. So for example, I got a lot of scholarships for my volunteer work that I've done. I've worked with Habitat for Humanity. Like, how are you gonna say no to a girl that has spent her spring vacation across the world building homes for the homeless? That's me, and how could you say no to that? Outstanding. I was involved in many sports in my school. I was on the tennis team, I was on the track team. I've won many art awards. I added that in. I also won an art award for my school. A lot of community service. I always excelled the community service minimum. So yeah, those stuff matter. And it's gonna look sketchy if you start adding all those stuff senior year. Like, oh yeah, senior year I started playing basketball. Senior year I started doing this. No, they want to see that you've been involved in your school since you got there. So once you get there freshman year, you should start thinking about things you want to join and be a part of something. So it looks good for college. So when you want to fuck up your grades, you have something to lean back on and be like, I am stupid, but I'm nice. Look at my volunteer work hours. Like, shit like that, you know? And I think I'm gonna end this video here because I've been talking for a long time. I have shit to do or whatever. I gotta go make a dance video because I feel like it. Also, don't be fucking and sucking in the library, bitch.